So first of all, right? So here the maxima and minima of a function of two variables. But in our intermediate level, you are studying about the maxima and minima concept for calculating the function of single variable. So that is y is equal to f of x. For every function, it may have maximum value or minimum value, or it may not have maximum value or minimum value, right? So that means that for some functions there exists a maximum value, and for some suppose if I take one function f of x in the interval a comma b, at the point c, that is which is lies between a and b, the function have a maximum value. And if I consider the other interval, that is a1 comma b1, so then there exists a c1 belongs to a1 comma b1, so that point may be minimum value. So that means that, so it depends upon the given interval and it depends upon the given domain, the function have either maxima or minimum value, right? So but in our intermediate level, you just studied the concept of the maxima or minimum value. So I just to draw the diagram, so to represent the maxima or minimum value. Suppose if it is a curve, right? So it is a curve y is equal to f of x. Y is equal to f of x. So this is the maximum point, right? So this is the point, right? So that means that a comma b comma c are called turning points. So that means that, so from this it is increasing, then after that it is decreasing. So a, b, c are called turning points. So it's not an important, but listen carefully. But that is before going to the concept of the maxima and minima of a two variables, right? Next, and at this point, right, the function have maximum value. So similarly, and at the point b, the function have minimum value. So and at the point c, the function have maximum value. So that means that the function have more than one maximum value or more than one minimum value or neither maximum nor minimum. So here the points a comma b comma c are is also called that is a stationary point. Stationary point. So now we are going to discuss about the maxima and minima of a function of two variables. A function of two variables. So that means that suppose z is any function, right? So that is equal to f of x comma y. In simply, maxima and minima are called extreme values. Extreme values is nothing but maxima and minimum values, right? So if I consider the function z, so it is a function of two variables, and we are going to calculate the maximum and minimum values to the function z is equal to f of x comma y. So that means that we have to use the some notations. So what are the notations means? So that are the partial derivatives notation, right? So the first derivative of here, the function is a function of two variables. So there exist two first order derivatives and two square second order derivatives and two cube third order derivatives and 2 power n nth order derivatives. Why? Because here we have function of two variables. So right, it is very important to this type question, right? So therefore, here there exists a that is first order derivatives and second order derivatives, right? So therefore, here dou z by dou xc and dou z by dou y are the two first order derivatives. So it is denoted by p and this is denoted by q. Why we are denoted by p and q means for our simplification, that is simplicity purpose. Right? So every time it is not possible to writing the derivative symbols. So because of that, for our simplicity, we are writing p is equal to dou z by dou x and q is equal to dou z by dou y. P, Q, R. What are the next two? So that is dou square z by dou x dou y. R dou square z by dou y dou x. Dou square z by dou y dou x. So this is called the mixed derivative. This is called the mixed derivative. Next one symbol is S. So S is the dou square z by dou y. Dou square z by dou y. So these are the notations P, Q, R, S. Sorry, I am writing it. It is dou square z by dou x square. Right? Next, S is the mixed derivative. S is equal to dou square z by dou x dou y or dou square z by dou y dou x. Next, t. So t is equal to dou square z by dou y square. Dou square z by dou y square. So since it is a function of two variables, so there exist two first order derivatives and four second order derivatives. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Four second order derivatives. Now, what is the working procedure for calculating the maxima and minima of a given function means? So, what the working procedure is? So, just observe carefully. If you understand this procedure, then automatically you can solve any problem, right? So, step one. So, find dou z by dou x and dou z by dou y. So that means that find the first order derivatives, right? So second step. What the second step means? Equate dou z by dou x comma dou z by dou y to 0. Then we will get some points. That points are called stationary points. So at the stationary points, we will discuss the function has a maxima or minima. So already we discussed in a diagram. So A, B, C are nothing but stationary points. So at that point, we are calculating we are justifying whether the function has a maximum value or minimum value, right? So here dou z by dou x and dou z by dou y is equal to 0. These points are called, the obtained points are called stationary points. Next, so what is step 3 means? Step 3 means calculate the second order derivatives. That is dou square z by dou x square. Next, dou square z by dou x dou y and dou square z by dou y square. So this is the third step. So what the fourth step means? So I calculate RP minus S square. And R. At what point? At the stationary point. And R at the stationary points. So in this step, we have the four subsections. What is the first section? That is first case, if RP minus S square greater than 0 and R greater than 0, then the function has what mark? Then the function has maxima or minima? Then the function has minimum value. Next, second one is if RT minus S square is greater than 0, R greater than 0, the function has maximum value. Next, third one, if RT minus S square less than 0, so the function has neither maximum nor minimum. The function has neither maximum nor minimum. Next, so last one, if RT minus S square is equal to 0, then what happens? The last one is if RT minus S square is equal to 0, so further investigation needed. So that is the case RP minus S square is equal to 0, right? Or you can also written as no conclusion can be drawn. No conclusion can be drawn. So that means that we cannot say whether the function has a maximum value or minimum value, neither maximum nor minimum. So because of that, so this case is called no conclusion can be drawn. So here, this is the process for calculating the maximum and minimum values of a function of two variables. So first step is calculation of the, that is finding the first order derivatives, and the second step is equating the first order derivative to see 0. So we are applying, after simplifying that expressions, that is equations, we are getting the values. So that points are called stationary point. Stationary point. At the stationary points, we will justify the given function has a maximum value or minimum value. So because of that reason, we are calculating the second order derivatives. Now we are equating and calculating the RT minus S square and R value. So RT minus S square and R at a particular stationary point, right? So therefore, in the fourth step, we have the four sub cases. One is if RT minus S square is greater than 0 and R is greater than 0. So therefore, the function has a minimum value. If RT minus S square greater than 0 and R is less than 0, the function has a maximum value. If RT minus S square is less than 0, what happens means the function has neither maxima nor minima. So if the last one is if RT minus S square is equal to 0, further investigation is needed or no conclusion can be drawn. No conclusion can be drawn. So this is the working procedure for calculating the, that is maxima or minimum value of a function of two variables. A function of two variables. So is it clear now?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, based on if the concept is clear, then we will attempt the problem. So is it clear, ma? Yeah. So write down the one problem. Find the extreme values of for the function f of x comma y is equal to f of x comma y is equal to x power 4 plus y power 4 x power 4 plus y power 4 minus 2x square plus 4xy minus 2y square plus 4xy minus 2x square minus 2y square plus 4xy minus 2y square x power 4 plus y power 4, right, plus 4xy minus 2x square minus 2y square minus 2x square minus 2y square x power 4 plus y power 4, right, minus 2x square plus 4xy minus 2y square. So is it clear, ma? Solution. Here given that f of x comma y is equal to x power 4 plus y power 4 minus 2x square plus 4xy minus 2y square. So we are going to calculate the maxima and minima to this function, right? It is a function of two variables. Now, so for this case, for this calculation, first what is the step one? So find out the first order derivatives, right? So this is 4x cube minus 4x, right? So plus 4y. Next, second that is the first order derivative with respect to y. So this is 4y cube minus 4y plus 4x. Is it clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. So next one. So second step. So we are equating this to 0. So that means that 4x cube minus 4x plus 4y is equal to 0. So which implies that x cube plus y minus x is equal to 0. Write it as equation number 1. Next one. So next one is 4y cube minus 4y plus 4x is equal to 0. And this is becomes y cube plus x minus y is equal to 0. Now we can simplify the equation 1 and 2, then you will get the stationary points. Right? So for that reason, I am adding 1 and 2. What happened? So if I am adding 1 and 2, it becomes x cube plus y cube, right? So here what happened? Minus x cancel, plus y minus y cancel. So this is equal to x plus y is equal to 0. So that means that what the formula from a cube plus b cube? So it is a plus b into a square plus ab plus b square. I think minus a square minus ab plus b square. A square minus ab plus b square, right? So that means ab is equal to 0 means a is equal to 0 or x square minus xy plus y square is equal to 0. So that means that x is equal to minus y. X is equal to minus y. So substitute the value of x is equal to minus y here. Then you will get, so this is y square minus, so x is equal to minus y. I am substituting x is equal to minus y. It becomes y square plus y square, that is equal to 0. So that is y is equal to 0. So y is equal to 0 from this condition. X is equal to minus 0. So that means x is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 0. So the stationary point is capital A 0, 0. So denoted it as some letter that is capital A 0, 0. So is it clear now? So here I am adding the 1 and 2. So I am getting x cube plus y cube value. But what that is we know the formula a cube plus b cube. It is nothing but a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. So therefore I am getting x is equal to minus y, and I am substituting the value of x is equal to minus y here. So from that I am getting y is equal to 0. If y is equal to 0, what happens? X is also 0. So the one stationary point is 0, 0. The one stationary point is 0, 0. So is it clear to you?
Yes. Sir.
Yeah. So for the next stationary point, next what I am doing here is 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2. So 1 minus 2. So what remaining, what the value? So this is x cube minus y cube. So next x cube minus y cube. Next one plus 2y minus 2x. Is it correct? Plus 2y minus 2x. Is it correct, ma? Right. And also we know the formula for a cube minus b cube. What the formula? A minus b into a square plus ab plus b square plus, here I am taking minus as common. So it is 2 into x minus y is equal to 0. 2 into x minus y is equal to 0. So simplify that one. So therefore x minus y is common. So it becomes x square plus xy plus y square minus 2. So equal to 0. So that is x is equal to y or x square plus xy plus y square minus 2 is equal to 0. Y square minus 2 is equal to 0. So if x is equal to y, what happened here? So it implies that x square plus x square plus x square is equal to 2. So it implies that 3x square is equal to 2. So it implies that x square is equal to 2 by 3. Which implies that x is equal to plus or minus 2 by 3. Right? So that is, if x is equal to 2 by 3, what is y? So it is 2 by 3. Why? Because x is equal to y. Next, if x is equal to 2 minus 2 by 3, what is y? So it is minus 2 by 3. It is minus 2 by 3. So if x is equal to minus 2 by 3, it is y is equal to minus 2 by 3. Why? Because x is equal to y. X is equal to y. Next. And I am taking the combination of x is equal to minus y and this one. X is equal to minus y and this one. So check what happened. So x is equal to minus y, comma x square plus xy plus y square minus 2 is equal to 0. Which implies that this is x square. So this is what now? Minus x square. This is x square minus 2 is equal to 0. So here x square is equal to 2. So that is x is equal to plus or minus root. Plus or minus root. So therefore, right? So if x is equal to root 2, x is equal to root. What happened? Y is equal to minus x is equal to minus root 2, what happened? Y is equal to root 2. Y is equal to root 2. So therefore, the stationary points are. Therefore, the stationary points are. The stationary points are. Right? So first one is A 0 0, B. What are the B point? So 2 by root 3 comma 2 by root 3. Next C minus 2 by root 3 comma minus 2 by root 3. Next D. What the D point? Root 2 comma minus root 2. And E minus root 2 comma root 2. Minus root 2 comma root 2. So is it clear now? So we are getting 5 stationary points. 5 stationary points. Now we will justify the maxima and minima for each stationary point. For each stationary point. Suppose in the given question, if they mention x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0. So in that situation, what is the suitable stationary point? In the question, if they mention like this, so in that way,
Sir.
what stationary point?
Sir, akkada root over 2 by 3 kada sir.
Yeah, what?
B point, C point, root over 2 by 3 kada sir. Root మొత్తానికి ఉండిద్ది కదా.
Sorry. I am sorry. This is root over 2 by 3. Sorry. So in the given question, if they mention x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. So in that situation, which stationary point is suitable?
B stationary point.
Yeah. So B stationary point. If they are not mentioning this case, then you have to justify at all the stationary points. All the stationary points. So that is the thing. Now we will justify the maxima and the minima to the given function at each stationary point. At each stationary point. So that is the next process. So at point A, that is 0 comma 0. 0 comma 0. What is the value of R? That is dou square z by dou x square. So what is this value? What is dou square z by dou x square? Already we calculated dou z by dou x. Just to differentiate partially with respect to x. To the
X square minus 4.
X square?
X square minus 4, sir.
Minus?
Minus 4.
12x square minus 4. Very good. Next. R at point 0, 0. So this is minus 4. This is minus 4. So this is minus 4. Right? So this is minus 4. This is minus 4. Yeah, this is minus 4. Next, yes sir. S is equal to dou square z by dou x dou y. This is nothing but dou y dou x of dou z by dou y. What is value?
4y cube plus 4x minus 4y.
4. Please repeat. 4. Lalita, what is S now?
4, sir.
4, just 4. Yeah. S is. Yeah, very good. 4. Next, T. T is equal to dou square z by dou y square. That is dou y z by r, dou z by dou y. What is value?
Minus 4, sir.
And please tell me the total value. Then after we will substitute the value.
12y square minus 4, sir.
Yeah, very good.
Y square minus 4.
So T at 0, 0. I am not calculating S at 0, 0. Why? Because S is independent of x comma y. right? So t at 0, 0 is equal to minus 4. Now calculate RT minus S square. That is equal to what is that? So R minus 4, T minus 4, 16. S square is 16. So that is equal to 0. So that is equal to 0. So what the conclusion?
Neither maximum nor
No, 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 no. It is a fourth case in the step 4 of working group.
can be
What the
drawn.
conclusion?
Can be drawn, sir.
Yeah, no conclusion can be drawn or further investigation needed. What else mean? Right? No conclusion can be drawn. No conclusion can be drawn. Right? So this is the process for finding the justifying the extreme values at the given stationary point. Right? So similarly, we can find the extreme values at the point B, B, C, and D, E. Point B. What the point B?
Root 2 by 3, comma root 2 by 3.
Yeah, very good. Root power 2 by 3, comma root power 2 by 2. So you no need to calculate R, comma S, comma T values again. So you just calculate R at B. So that is just substitute here. So 12 into 2 by 3. Root power 2 by 3 x square means 2 by 3 minus 4. So this is 2 4 ja. Yeah. So this is 4. This is 4. Next one. S is fixed. S at B is S is fixed. Yes, is it correct, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next two. T at B. So just you substitute here. That's it. 1 into so same point 2 by 3 minus 4. So this is also 4. Now RT minus S square. So that is RT minus S square. RT 4 4 by 16 minus 16. This is also 0 na?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here also no conclusion can be drawn. Here also no conclusion. Same reason. No conclusion can be drawn. No conclusion can be drawn. So is clear, ma? You understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next, I am going to discuss about the point C. What is the point C? Root over minus 2 by 3 comma root over minus 2 by 3. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So same. Why? Because here we have minus 2 by 3 whole square. That is, so just change C. Right? So it is fixed. So this is 4. Same. 1 into minus root 2 by 3 whole square means 2 by 3. So 4. C is 4. Same reason at point C also. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that means it is a very easy. So first the process is calculation of the stationary point. So that is one of the very important. Suppose in the given question, examine the maximum and minimum values, right? So for the positive stationary points. So if they ask for like that, so you consider only positive stationary point. That is x greater than 0, y greater than 0. But in this question, they are not mentioning anything. So because of that, I am justifying the maximum or minimum value at each stationary point. So C is over. What is the D point? Root 2 comma minus root 2. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now calculate the R at D, S at D, T at D. It is fixed. So now we have to calculate this one. R at D. So that is 12 into 2. Root 2 whole square means 2. Minus 4. That is 20. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Next. Same. Here also you get the same answer, I think. So 12 into minus root 2 whole square is 2. Minus 4. So this is also 20. Calculate the RT minus S square value. RT minus s square value. So that is 20 into 20 minus 16. That is 400 minus 16. How much?
384, sir.
384. So which is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, immediately you will check the sign of the R. Sign of the R. Since RT minus s square is greater than 0, and what is R? R is greater than 0. So therefore, the function has
Minimum value.
the function has what now?
Minimum value.
Value. Right? The function has minimum value. The minimum value is the minimum value is f of root 2 comma minus root 2. So substitute here. That is root 2 whole power 4 plus minus root 2 whole power 4. So substitute that point in the given function. Substitute that point in the given function. Minus 2 into root 2 whole square. Minus 2 into root 2 whole square. Next. What the next one? Plus 4 into root 2 into minus root 2. Next. Minus 2 into minus root 2 whole square. Minus root 2 whole square. Plus 4 into root 2 into minus root 2. Root 2 into minus 2. Plus 4 into root 2 into minus 2. So calculate this value. That gives the minimum value. So what is the minimum value?
-8, sir.
Minus 8. Very good. Minus 8. This value is minus 8. Srival, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That is minus 8. So I think at the point D, also you will get the same answer. If you get an idea, you don't need to solve entirely. So just change this one like this. So why? Because here we have squares. Here we have squares. So no change, I think, right? So this is 20. This is 20. Same. So same reason. So but the point is f of root 2 comma minus root 2 comma root 2. Minus root 2 comma root 2. So we have to change this one. Minus root 2 plus root 2. So here minus root 2. So here plus and same. So I think that value also minus 8. So at the point D also you will get the same answer. Is it correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Lalita, is it clear, ma? Kavya, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Yes. So this is the problem related to the maxima and minima for a function of two variables. Suppose if the problem is given in three variables. So what we have to do? Why? Because actually we have the process in two variables. So what about three variables? Suppose if the problem is given in the three variables, there we must have a constraint. So related to that problem. So in the case of three variables, you may follow the Lagrange's multipliers method, or you can follow this method. How to follow this method means you have to convert one variable into other two variables. So that means that suppose if it is a function of x, y, z, so you have to change z in terms of x, y. How to change means, so depending on the constraint. So based on that, we have to change the given function of three variables into function of two variables. So that is the process. So first finding the maxima and minima of a that is a function of three variables, right? So you can also follow the Lagrange's multiplication method. So that we will discuss in the next session very clearly. But before that, I am considering one problem that is consisting of three variables, and I am solving that problem by using this concept. So that means that, so in that problem, I want to change one variable into in terms of the other two variables. So therefore, the given function of three variables becomes it is a function of two variables. Already we know the process how to solve the problem in a function of two variables. So that means that you can follow this procedure, then you can get the result, that is extreme values, right? So is it clear this problem?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So next one is one of the very very important question, that is also right now. In a triangle ABC, right, comma, find the extreme values for the function for the function cos A into cos B into cos C, for the function cos A into cos B into cos C, for the function cos A into cos B into cos C, cos A into cos B into cos C, for the function cos A into cos B into cos C. So solution. Given that f of A, B, C, that is equal to cos A, cos B, cos C, cos A, cos B, cos C, cos A, cos B, cos C, cos A. So you just assumed A, B, C as X, Y, Z for your that is understanding purpose. That means so many of them are getting confusion. What are ABC here? ABC are angle, but it is represented by function. So that means that it is a function of ABC. So cos A, cos B, cos C. So what are here? It is a function of three variables. So A, B, C. So we have to change this one into two variables by using the constraint. Here, what is the constraint? But it is not given directly in the given question, but it is in the given question. What is that constraint?
A plus B plus C
A plus
equal to
B plus
5,
C
sir.
equals 1x, sir.
Yeah, so that is the constraint. Why? Because clearly mentioned, it is a triangle. It is a triangle. So in a triangle, we know that the sum of angles is equal to 180 degrees. So that is the constraint. So given that ABC is equal to A plus B plus C is equal to 180, right? So that is pi. So this is the constraint. So A plus B plus C is equal to 180. So this is the constraint. Now I want to change the variable C in terms of the AB. So that is f of A, B, C is equal to cos A, cos B, cos of C is what? Pi minus A plus B. So cos of 180 minus theta. What is the value? So here 180, so that we have cos 180 minus theta. So it's in what quadrant? It's in what quadrant?
Second quadrant, sir.
Second quadrant.
So therefore, it becomes cos of A into cos of B. So here cos of A plus B. 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 Yes, is it correct ma? Minus or cos of 180 minus theta. So it is in second quadrant. I think it is minus.
Minus, sir.
Yeah, so minus, but no problem. So in the case of stationary point, it is vanishing. No problem with that. So it is capital AB. It is capital F of AB. That means the originally the function is in terms of three variables. So by using the constraint, we are changing the function into two variables. We are changing the function into two variables, right? So that is F of A plus B. That is F of capital AB. F of, that means capital F of AB. Capital F of AB. So now we can apply the right. So that is second, that is a function of two variables working procedure. So for that, first calculate the dou F by dou A. What is value? Sin A into cos B into cos of A plus B. Cos of A plus minus cos A into cos B. So you apply the UV rule. Here cos B is constant. So this is minus sin of A plus B. Minus sin of A plus B. So that is equal, here minus into minus plus. Minus into minus plus. Here cos B is constant. Cos B is constant. So it is sin A cos A plus B plus cos A sin A plus B. So it is what? It is in the form of
Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, sir.
sin A plus B. Sin of sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. A plus B. Sin of A plus B. So that is dou F by dou A is equal to cos B into sin of 2A plus B. Sin of 2A plus B. Is it clear? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So then you can calculate the dou F by dou B value. Dou F by dou B value. So here I am applying the UV rule. That is the derivative of UV. Why? Because it is a function of A and it is also a function of A. So because of that I am applying the UV rule. So you have to observe very carefully. Right? So next one. Dou F by dou B. So what is the value? Minus cos A into minus cos B into cos of A plus B, right, minus cos A, sorry, here minus sin B, next cos B into minus sin of A plus B, minus sin of A plus B. So here minus gets cancelled. So here cos A is the constant, so that it is sin B cos A plus B plus cos B sin A plus B. So it is also look like a sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. What is the formula for this? So this is sin of A means B, B means A plus B, B means A plus B. So that is equal to cos A into sin of A plus 2B, A plus 2B. A plus 2B. So is it clear? So what the second step is calculate the stationary point by equating dou F by dou A is equal to 0 and dou F by dou B is equal to 0. So calculate the point. First one is cos B into sin of 2A plus B is equal to 0. That is cos B is equal to 0 or sin of 2A plus B is equal to 0. So cos B is equal to 0. So that means B is equal to what? Pi by 2. So here A comma B comma C are non-zero values. So that means 2A plus B is equal to what? Sin 0 means sin pi. So this is pi. This is pi. So similarly from the dou F by dou B is equal to 0. So we are getting as cos A into sin 2b plus sine of 2b plus a, sine of 2b plus a is equal to 0, right? So cos a sine of 2b plus a is equal to 0. So that is cos a is equal to 0 or sine of 2b plus a is equal to 0. So we will solve this problem by using Lagrange's method of multipliers. So, but whatever you feel easy, then you can follow the process, right? So this is the way for transforming the function of three variables into two variables, right? So here a is equal to pi by 2. A is equal to pi by 2. Right. Next one. Here 2b plus a is equal to 0. Sorry, pi. 2b plus a is equal to 0. Pi. That is sin 0 is equal to pi. Sin pi. Why? Because a comma b comma c are non-zero values. Non-zero values. Non-zero values. Right. So the stationary points are. So the stationary point. Let us assume P. Let us assume P. So otherwise take L. Take L. L is pi by 2 comma pi by 2. 1 point. Next one is obtained by solving these two. That is 2a plus b is equal to pi and a plus 2b is equal to pi. So solve these two values and tell the next stationary value. What the next stationary value? So it is a very simple problem. It is a very simple problem. So solve these two equations and please tell the what are the A, B, C. Sorry, A, B, not C. What is A, B? So for one stationary point is pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So what is the next stationary point? Solve 2a plus b is equal to 0 and a plus 2b is equal to 0. What is that?
Pi by 4 comma pi by 2.
So I think not correct. So you just solve these two. You just solve these two. Otherwise you will consider it as 1 and 2. So you can solve these two, then you will get one stationary point. Already we are getting one stationary point, that is pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So still we have two equations, so that we have to solve this one. What is the point? Manisha, what is the point?
Pi by 3
What is the
comma
next?
pi.
2 pi by 3 pi by 3 comma 2 pi by 3, sir.
Pi by
Pi
3
by
comma pi.
Yeah, pi by 3 comma pi by 3. Why you are getting confusion? So it is a very simple equation. So you just that is multiply 2 by 2. So it becomes 2a plus 4b is equal to 2 pi. So that is minus minus minus. So minus 3b is equal to minus pi. B is equal to pi by 3. So you just substitute value of b here. So 2a plus pi by 3 is equal to pi. 2a is equal to pi minus pi by 3. So 2a is equal to 2 pi by 3. So a is equal to pi by 3. Why you are getting confusion? It is a very simple equation. It is look like 2x plus y is equal to some value c1 and x plus 2y is equal to c2. So therefore, the other stationary point m is equal to pi by 3 comma pi by 3 comma pi by. So therefore, now we will justify at the point L, and the point L. So what is R? So here R is equal to dou square dou square capital F by dou A square. That is dou by dou A of dou F by dou A. So what is this value? I think you will get some lengthy one. Yes. What is that value? Cos B into, right? So cos B into minus cos A into sin of A plus B. Minus cos A into sin of A plus B. Next, plus, sorry, minus cos sin A, minus sin A into, plus cos A into cos of A plus B. Cos of A plus B. Cos of A plus B. Next, cos A into cos of A plus B plus cos A into cos of A plus B minus sin A into, so its derivation is sin, minus sin of A plus B, sin of A plus B. So this is the first term. This is the first term. So likewise, I think we are getting very simple one. What is that value? Dou f by dou a. What is the dou f by dou a value? Cos b into sin of 2a.
A plus B.
But that is a lengthy one. Sin of 2a plus b. Yes, sin of 2a plus b. Sin of 2a plus b. Sin of 2a plus b. Dou f by dou b is cos a into sin of a plus 2b. Dou f by dou b. This is cos a into sin of a plus 2b. So just simplify this one, these two. So dou square f by dou x square, dou a square. That is, so cos b into 2 into sin of cos of 2a plus b. Cos of 2a plus b. So that is equal to 2 cos b into cos of 2a plus b. Next, dou square f by dou a dou b. That is dou by dou a of dou by dou a of dou f by dou b. Are you following or not, ma? So just to differentiate with this one with respect to a. So minus sin a into sin of a plus 2b plus cos a into sin of a plus 2. A plus 2. So this is dou square f by dou a dou b. Next one, last one. Dou square f by dou b square. What is value? So this is 2 cos a into cos of a plus 2b. A plus 2b. 2 cos a into cos of a plus 2b. Next, at the point L. So this is R. This is R. This is S. So this is T. This is T. So R at L. What is value? R at L. We have pi by 2. So we have cos pi by 2. That is 0. S at L. What is value? So here sin cos pi by 2. So this is 0. So this one is sin of pi by 2. So plus pi. Sin of pi by 2 plus pi. Sin of 180 plus theta. So that is minus 1. Minus 1. Right? So next T at L. T at L. So this is cos pi by 2. This is 0. So RT minus S square is equal to RT minus S square. This is 0 minus 1. That is less than 0. Less than 0. So it has neither maxima nor minima. Neither maxima nor minima. Yes, is it clear? Yes. So at the point of the function has neither maxima nor minima. Neither maxima nor minima. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Finally, just a minute, right? So finally at the point M. Finally at the point M. So this is pi by 3 comma pi by 2. So calculate the values. Calculate the value. So this is R. Right? So R at M. R at M. So what is value? So cos pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 is Sine of 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. This is 0. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this value is 0. Next. Yes, at m. So that is equal to, calculate this value. Sine pi by 3. So sine pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. Next. So this is 0. A means pi by 3. 2b means 2 pi by 3. That is 0. Plus this one is, so this one is also 0. This is 0. Yes, sine of pi by 3 plus pi by 3. 2 pi by 3. 3 pi by 3. Sine pi 0. Next. T. T at m. Right? So calculate this value. 2 into cos A. 2 into cos A. So what is value? 2 into 1 by 2. Cos of A plus 2B. That is pi. Cos pi is minus 1. So this is minus 1. This is minus 1. So calculate the value of R one more time. So I think it is also 2 cos B cos A plus B. This is not 0. So 2 into 1 by 2. So this is minus 1. This is cos of A plus B. 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. So that is cos pi. So this is minus 1. R is minus 1. Is it clear, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now RT minus S square. Now RT minus S square. That is equal to minus 1 0. That is equal to 1. So therefore RT minus S square greater than 0 and R is less than 0. R is minus 1 less than 0. So the function has maximum or minimum?
Maximum, sir.
Maximum value at m. Right? Yeah. So I will calculate the maximum value. That is, you just substitute the pi by 3 comma pi by 3 in capital F of A by A comma pi by A comma B. Then you will get the maximum value. Right? So I think that is 1 by 8. That is 1 by 8. The maximum value is 1 by 8. So just substitute capital F of A comma B. So is it clear? That is 1 by 8.